Jim and Larry are here to say, get focused. Remember, it's up to you. Now is the time. Balance is a myth. You're in control. Just focus. Get focused.
Hey, there we are. We are live out at Main and Mill
in Festus, Missouri, with one of our change makers, Denny Foster.
Yeah, and we're really excited to be here. Let me just put this up here real quick. We are logoed right through Larry's head. Anyway, we are live. We're so excited that you're here. We're excited to be here. We've been doing some big things with Changemakers. Larry, you want to talk a little bit about the Changemakers Initiative and why we're out here?
Changemakers Initiative was designed to give, people inspiration about their communities and really about just the state of wellness in, the country. There's so many negative things going on. We wanted to highlight people that were making a difference, and we wanted to highlight like the average person, for the most part, person who's got a real spirit, passion, commitment to change their community, and they're doing so more with their heart and with their spirit than they are with the dollars. So we have several stories. We'll have 45 by year end. We've already filmed, I think, about 30.
Got rid of you. Sorry about that. You're back.
Okay. So we invite you to tune into the Changemakers. You can find them on YouTube, on our website, thejimandlarryteam.com
/Changemakers
/Changemakers.
Yeah, well, we build this event as some big things are coming, but I think before you can announce the big things are coming, you have to acknowledge kind of where you've been and what's been going on. And we wanted to really get focused in the last 4 months of the year. So 2/3 of the year gone. Today marks the remaining 4 months, and we took some inventory. And I think it's important as a business owner that you take inventory, and we're going to just share with you a couple of the things. So the first thing I'll share is we looked at what we were doing well and what we were doing wrong, and we put ourselves through an assessment tool, and we'll share this assessment tool with you very soon. In fact, we'll give the date of that really quickly, but it's called the Focus 10. You've probably heard us reference it, but maybe you haven't heard the details of it. But we basically break any business into 3 components. The first one is the sustainability of the business, and that has 4 key focuses in it, which are protecting your business, the branding, the presence of the business, where is it, where does it show up, and the bottom line. So we took a look at that. Then we looked at our support systems and tools, which is resources, technology, your team, and your processes. So resources and technology, your team and your processes. And then we looked at the voice of the business, which includes the offering, what we're offering to you, our audience. What are you getting for being here? What's the client experience? And what is the promotion tools? What are we using to get the word out? And it's all centered around the business owner, or you in this case, or us in this case, and our willingness to take a self-assessment, make the changes necessary to evolve, and ultimately have growth. And what we came down to is we broke our business into the 3 areas that we really have passion about. Larry, you want to share those 3 areas?
The first area is you, and that's without you, there's nothing to anything. So in growing the individual and growing the psyche and growing that person. The second area is your business, and Jim just explained that. And the third area is the community and the change makers and the giving back. So those are the 3 areas. You will be seeing that. We'll have a new website that'll launch on the 7th of September.
Yeah, we've got a lot coming out on the 7th. And I just want to share with you something that I thought was kind of cool. I'm going to, forgive me for typing, for those of you that can hear it clicking. I'm typing to look this up, and of course I went to the wrong place. You got to be prepared when you do these things. What's wrong with me? So when Larry and I started NextCore, and we've talked a lot about NextCore and the evolution of that business, but NextCore really became everything we wanted to do, but it was tied into a physical space, and that physical space it just wasn't going to work in the new world that we live in. Right. With COVID, it was a co-working space, and there was a ton of things tied up to that. But we had a catch line or a tagline with NextCore, and it was called we build businesses and shape the people that lead them. And that's really what we've always wanted to do. If I can be honest with you, it's help others to achieve what they're looking for and help others to grow and build their business. And we've done it silently. 275 new businesses launched out of NextCore, where you've invested in countless small businesses. And I've been involved with counseling, coaching, building, and consulting small businesses all over the country.
And then we've had our own personal development, challenges and growth that we've been through ourselves. And we want to share that with individuals and business leaders so that we can let our pain shorten your,
let our pain be your shortcut. I should have written that down.
Right.
So with that in mind, the next few things that we're going to talk about are really us getting laser focused on what we want to accomplish, in hopes that, and in the belief that we can help you get laser focused on what you want to accomplish, and not only put the inspiration behind it, but put some work into it. So we're really excited to announce the development of the Partners Program.
Right.
So we're going to be releasing Partners on September the 7th when the new website launches. It'll launch promptly at 6 p.m. And all of the details of what we're about to tell you will be on there. But how Partners is going to work is we're going to begin accepting applications on September 11th. It's such a synonymous day in our history. It's such an important day to remember why we're all here and the freedoms that we have, and appreciate that America is still the freest country in the world with the most opportunity in the world. So we're going to start accepting applications on that day. And Larry, we can kind of go back and forth on this, taking turns breaking down what Partners is. But in short, we are going to ask you to submit your ideas, submit your business, submit your goals to us, and we're going to make an investment in at least one small business.
Yes. And we're going to make an investment. We're going to start here in our hometown. So we'll start in the Metro St. Louis area. And we are going to pick one business. We'll announce the winner.
At least one.
At least one business. We'll announce that somewhere between Christmas and New Year's. And we will be committed to making a financial investment somewhere in the 5 to 6 figure range with that business, mentoring, coaching, tools, resources, etc., to either take your business to the next level if it's an existing business, or maybe you have a concept or an idea and you want to launch it. We're open to all ideas, and as Jim said, there'll be an application process on the website debuting on the 11th, and that's where you'll find the information.
Yeah, so all the information will be out on September 7th, starting at 6 p.m. You'll be able to begin submitting your applications on the 11th, and we'll tell you a little bit about what's going to be expected. So we're going to need to know, A, who you are, B, what you want to do. And we're going to ask you to put together a video of no less than 30 to 45 seconds and no more than 3 to 5 minutes that really shares what your vision is, why it's so important to you. And we'll take those videos up until October the 31st. And then beginning on November 1st, we're going to share some of the concepts with the world, and we're going to ask the world to sound off on what idea they think makes the most sense. We'll ultimately make the decision. You can do that when you own the business. So those of you that are business owners, you get that. But we're going to really, we're going to ask you to put your heart and soul into that video, because we're going to put our heart and soul into your business. We're going to document the journey. So we're going to have record of what's going on and what you're doing. And then somebody's new year is going to start with a bang.
Yes.
And it's going to be, it's really, I have to say, it's what I've always wanted to do. I know it's what Larry's always wanted to do, is just take somebody that has raw passion, raw talent, and really sharpen and focus them on the goals ahead. So it's going to be a blast. And then on September the 7th, also the tool that I told you about will give you the breakdown of what that tool is, so you can see how it works. And then on September the 7th, also that evening at 7 o'clock, we're going to actually ask for an interactive event that we're going to do 7 p.m. And I'm going to put the link. Let me just share this link with you. As you explained.
If I was a business owner watching, I'd say, well, that's great, but I want to know more about you, Jim and Larry. Do I even want to partner with you? Do I even want to get in bed with you? So we on the, we on the
He said that.
Yes, we on the 7th of September are going to be doing the Jim and Larry philosophy, and we're going to be sharing like some of our core philosophies on business, core philosophies on life, and it's going to be interactive. So we invite you to join us, ask questions, kind of vet us, ask us those specific questions that you want to know about us, and see if not only if we're a fit for you, but if we're a fit. You gotta see if we're a fit for you is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and look, here's the thing. Larry and I have talked very openly about our successes. We've also,
failures,
unlike most, have talked very openly about our failures.
And if you haven't heard that, you can go into our website and read some of the blogs.
Yeah, and we talk about, Larry talks about the day that he made the decision to end his life. Thank God he didn't. I talk about my failures, my successes, kind of the
drug addiction, poverty, homelessness. I have a whole list of failures.
Yeah. You're not making anybody want to sign up. No, but it's true. And we have. So the bottom line is we've been there. We've been where you've been, and we can relate to just about everyone, from multi-million-dollar homes, multi-million-dollar businesses, to living in a car. So the ups and the downs, they're real. We lay it all out there for you so you can get an idea of who we are, why we do what we do.
Yes. Yeah, Gary Vaynerchuk, who I absolutely love, he's one of my mentors. He goes, you have to love to fail in order to succeed. So we are going to share our successes and share those failures and give you some of those philosophies. And we want you to ask us questions and share with us your philosophies, your concerns, and your ideas.
Yeah, and a couple other things that we've done. I just want to kind of lay all of this out there for everybody. We put together 2 groups. We've put together a group on Facebook, and we've put together a group on LinkedIn. So sorry, I'm not at home where I would normally have all these. We're on location. I would normally have all these links ready to go, but we're copying and pasting as we go. So if you look in the comments, and if you're listening to this later on the podcast that we do, you'll be able to see this as well. But the links to the groups are there. So we released a group for business leaders called High Performance. And it's just that. And I'm going to tell you, we invited a lot of people on there that I don't know your degree of commitment, your level of performance. So if you don't feel you fit the group, please decline the offer. If you do, I'm going to encourage you to join that group and get very, very real. There's no self-promotion. We don't want to see anything about your landscape business or your network marketing company or your latest, greatest hot dog company that you're putting out. We don't want any of that. This is a place where business leaders come together to collaborate, to hold each other accountable, and to grow, both personally and professionally. There will be opportunities to network. There will be things like that. There'll be virtual events in the future, but this is a place where you go to really sharpen your axe. And iron sharpens iron. So we encourage you to bring your A game for that group. And that group, again, is called High Performance, a group for business leaders. And let's, real quick, Larry, can you define what a business leader is so people know?
Well, a business leader is someone who is accountable for what they do and takes responsibility for where they are, and then also listens well and leads people well, and is able to take their ideas and turn them into actual reality. So a lot of people have great ideas, but they can't turn it into something real. A business leader will actually turn that into something real.
Yeah, for sure. And then what I will also say is you don't have to be there yet. Part of this group is designed to help you get where you want to go, to achieve your goals, to achieve the maximum output, the highest performance that you can do. So if you know you're a business leader, but maybe your title doesn't support it yet, or your occupation doesn't support it, but you've got the mindset, this is the group for you. So come there, sharpen your skills, sharpen your tools. And that's what that's about. I got a couple other things we wanted to cover. Let me flip back. Okay, perfect. So the next one is the you. And this is where we'll talk a little bit about the you component. And the you, as Larry mentioned, you're the center of everything, right? And I don't mean you, the individual listening to this. I mean, for me, the you is me. For Larry, the me is Larry, right? It's about you internally and part of our goal, and you'll see this on the new website, it is plastered everywhere, is to live your best life. And we get a lot of people that say, man, how did you survive that? Or how did you get through? Or what did you do? And we discovered a word which eerily mirrored our lifestyle and our expectations and the things that we were doing. And it's called Meraki. So we created a Meraki group. The link is popping up right now in the comments. So you'll be able to see it. Again, if you're listening to the podcast, it's in the link. You might have to go back and look at it. But Meraki is about giving a little piece of your soul to every single thing that you do. It's about putting your all into it. And I encourage those that are part of high performance probably belong in Meraki too. Those that are in Meraki don't necessarily belong in the high performance group, because this could be someone that just, they dance in the rain every time. So it's more about just giving it all, no matter what it is.
Really
being
present in the moment and enjoying every moment, milking it for all it's worth.
Yeah, and authenticity, pure and simple authenticity. So with the Meraki group, we will also be sharing on the event on the 7th. We'll be sharing our philosophies, and a couple of those philosophies include the shifted reality. They include, the art of the pivot, mastering the spin.
All our core philosophies are based on a concept called extreme ownership. And that means that once you begin to own everything in your life, you then begin to take control of your life. And I've experienced it, and I see so many other people experience it, where they live their life conditionally, meaning it's because of how I was born, or it's because the color of my skin, or it's because the government did it, or it's because my municipality did it, or it's because my neighbor has that. And all those things do play a part in it. And
sure they do.
Yeah, they're all valid and they're all relative. But once you take ownership of it and understand that it's never the condition that defines you, it's how you relate to the condition that defines you, you can then have the true power to live a life of what I would call unconditional freedom, meaning that in any situation you can control it, because you can control the way you think and you get to control your focus. And that's all I'll say about it for now, but we have wonderful workshops on that. Really, I think amazing philosophies on that. I really invite you to take a closer look at that.
Yeah, so the reason why we wanted to do this event tonight, we wanted to get focused about what's coming next, is because we want you to get really engaged in what you've got going on in your life, and really, for lack of a professional term, hunker down and go for it. So we wanted to give you enough notice. That's next Tuesday, September the 7th. All things will come out from there. You'll get an idea to plug in. You'll get an idea when you plug in of what we're all about, and you'll see if it even makes sense for you to submit an application. And then I just want to hit one thing on the change makers. Don't forget that by the end of November, all 45 change makers will be revealed. You can get more on the website. Again, update coming September 7th. www.thejimandlarryteam.com/change makers. And you'll be able to see all the information that we have going for change makers. And it really is inspiring. Again, we're here at Main and Mill in Festus, Missouri with changemaker Denny Foster. What a great story his was about taking action during the pandemic to feed and help those with special needs. And just a cool story. He suddenly found himself with a lot of time on his hands because he had a broken leg and the city shut down his restaurant.
Yes, but he had several staff members that had family and friends with disabilities, and what he did was he started catering meals to families and to homes with disabilities to make it easier on them. I think he delivered one meal a week to hundreds and hundreds of families around this area, so that one night a week they didn't have to worry about providing a meal.
And the food is crazy good.
Mm-hmm.
I had something called, was it buffalo chicken?
Raviolis.
Toasted raviolis.
Yes.
I'd never had anything like it.
My favorite was the kids' mac and cheese.
Which he ate. My son's kids' mac and cheese.
Love mac and cheese.
Andrew was bitter about it, but it's fine. No, all right, moving on. The final thing that I think we've got, and I just want to make sure I check all my notes. We've got the philosophy overview, the assessment that's coming, breaking the business down, the new website, partners. Excellent. So the last thing that I want to leave you with, and then I'm going to turn it over to my friend Larry to close everything out, is a lot of people out there have had a dream, and we talk a lot about these metaphorical statements, but there's one that I wholeheartedly believe, and it's the richest, most expensive piece of ground in the world is the graveyard, because it's the idea that never came to life. It's the genius that was never released. It's the business that never came to fruition. And it's also the most tragic piece of ground because it's the legacies never left behind. And we wanted to not just talk about it, we wanted to do something about it. And that's what Partners is. You know, Larry and I have a phenomenal partnership. I will tell you that partnership is to the envy of many, the criticism of others. And they just don't understand. And they don't understand the resiliency that we have. And we want to take a lot of that, the mindset, the philosophy that goes into it, along with the bucks, the dollars, the sweat equity that it takes to get there. And we want to share some of that with you. And we want to give you an opportunity to make your dreams come true like a lot of ours have. Larry, anything you want to add to that before we close it out?
I'm ready for my final thought.
Okay, your final thought.
My final thought, and I say this because I've lived it. It's never about where you are in life that matters. It's only about how you think about where you are in life that matters. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
All right. And with that, we are off. We encourage you to check out the new website. It's going to be pretty amazing. Talk to you guys, and we'll see you all very soon. Till then, get focused.
Time now to
Get focused.
You have to do what you have to do.
Jim and Larry are here to say, get focused. Remember, it's up to you. Now is the time. Balance is a myth. You're in control. Just focus. Get focused.